Hey everyone, it's Fatty and I'm back with another Phantom video sub guide for the Jordan 11 Retro Jubilees. So these are releasing tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow on Saturday. They are released on Footsites. So you got FootLocker, KidsFootLocker, Footaction, Champ Sports, Eastbay, and for my folks up north in Canada, also on FootLocker Canada. So they're releasing at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So that's 7 a.m. Pacific Time. They're releasing in men's, women's, and kids size, which is I wouldn't say it's a first, but it's definitely where I've never seen it where they release it in both men's and women's size. So it almost feels like, well, if you miss out men's size, you can just get the women's size, do it correctly because obviously women's sizes are smaller, so you gotta buy bigger sizes to match up with the men's size. You know the whole deal. Anyways. So how we set up is pretty simple. So again, I'm going to use FootLocker as my example, but if you want to run for, let's say, Footaction, Champs, or Eastbay, it's all right here. For this purpose, I'm just going to use FootLocker. Again, for me, I'm going to use US, but if you're going to run on KidsFootLocker, you go down here to Kids. If you're going to run in Canada, you use CA, all right? So US. All the details, as always, is down below. So the first thing to do is, add in SKU. Second thing to do is size-wise. So sizes, you can do three things, right? Either go random. So random is basically exactly what it sounds like. Phantom is going to choose any size for you at random. So anywhere from whatever sizes they have available. Or you can just, choose a specific size. Say, hey, I want 6, and that's it. This is going to create a task just for size 6. Or if you want to say, hey, I want to cop sizes from 8 to 11, right? So then you do 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11. And basically what this tells them is, hey, I want you to choose for me at random, okay? Any sizes between 8 to 11. And the thing is, it doesn't work where it's going to try 8.5, 9, etc. Nah. What it's going to do is it's going to choose any one of these sizes at random. Quantity is exactly what it sounds like. How many different tasks do you want Phantom to create for you? So if I say 5, and again, this is just an example. You don't have to do 5. This is just an example. If I do 5, it's going to create for me 5 tasks for this with these multi-sizing tasks for me. Profile. So what I could do is I could say, hey, I want to use a specific profile, and then I would just choose that profile. Or let's say, hey, I have 5 profiles. I'm just going to use all of them. Go ahead and create a task for me for each one. So what this does is, if I were to use this exact setup, what it's going to do is it's going to create for me 5 different tasks, right? 5 different tasks. That's what I'm asking. I'm saying, hey, use all the profiles. So it's going to create 5 tasks for me with test 1 profile, 5 tasks at test 2, 5 tasks at test 3, and so on and so forth. All right. So what that means is it will create for me 25 tasks. Again, this is just an example. You don't have to follow me exactly as it is. Just do what works best for you. This is just an example. Only because I've heard many times people go, why do I need to do 5 tasks? Why do I need to do this? And why I keep telling people is it's just an example to show you guys what you guys can do. Ignore this. PayPal checkout no longer works, so do not check it. All right, do not check it. It doesn't work. If you check it, you're basically gonna take it now. So don't do it. All right, and last but not least, proxy list is exactly what it sounds like. If you do none, what that does is it uses your local host or basically your real IP. If you do that, we don't recommend running more than just a couple, not even a couple, like a really small handful of tasks, because you're just gonna get your IP ban or temporary ban, and you don't want that. Default list is, default list is exactly that. It's your default proxy list. If you didn't set up any custom proxy lists, and obviously these are the different lists that you could create. To do so, just go up here to proxies and create what you need to do. All right. So I'm gonna click create, view task, and here it is. Actually, ignore all these. This is from the last time I made a video. Let's do this again. Let's delete all. Go here, click create, boom, here you go. This is the different tasks that we have. All created here. All right. All right, so just a little more details about the release tomorrow. So for kid sizes, it's running from 3.5 all the way through 7. For women's, you're looking at size 5 to 12 in women's size, and then for men's, you're looking at 7.5 all the way to a whopping 15. All right, all these details can be found below, and if you're in Discord, you can also find out there too. Cookies, don't worry about cookies. As you know, we generate the cookies for you on the back end. And I believe we create at least 169,000 cookies for you per site. All right, so you got 169,000 cookies for FootLocker, 169,000 cookies for Footaction, and so forth and so on. All right, is it possible to run out of cookies? Yes. Is it likely? No. So that's why I say don't worry. You should have plenty of cookies. What you could do if you want to, if you get the extension on Chrome, you could go ahead and generate your own cookies. I believe it will try to use your own cookies first before posting any cookies. So if you want to do it as a backup, you can. But like I said, I don't think you need to. Um, Delays, same thing as always. You want low to mid delays, 1,500 to 5,000. That's the range you want to work with. You want to start your task about 15 minutes before it goes live. So if this is going live at 10 a.m. Eastern time, you basically want to start about at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time. Proxies, data center and residential both work. As you guys know, with Data Dome, it may get a little harder. So, as I always tell you guys, every single drop, just, diversify, it's kind of like stocks, just diversify, get some data center, get some residential, use different providers, just so you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And this is really true for, everyone that's kind of new to botting or new to the game. You don't know what's gonna work. All the good chefs, all the top chefs, they have done this for many, many, many months or years before they got to a point where they are who they are now, right? And it's through a lot of experimentation, a lot of try and error. So that's what I'm basically telling you guys to do. I'm telling you guys to use a lot of different providers, you know, residential and data center, and find the ones that work best for you. And again, this tip is really more for the beginners. If you've been doing this for a while, or if you're like a chef, you know, you already know what to do. You already know what your sub is. You already know which proxy works best for you. You already know your lineup. So, obviously keep doing what you're doing. But for the newer people, it's going to come down to a lot of experimentation, trying things out, try and error, eliminate what doesn't work, and then remember and keep in the things that do work. All right. And that's really it. All right, guys. So this is the setup for the Joint 11 Retro Jubilee. Again, pretty straightforward. Great task. Choose the site that you want. Right here. All the details you see here will be down below. And that's it. All right, guys. Happy Friday. Or if you can see this, it might be Saturday already. And keep on cooking. Bye, guys.